Hello, how is everyone? Um, I'll wait for the chat to populate, but I see already three people in there. Hope everyone's okay. Please let me know if you can hear this loud and clear. Welcome to another session of Gaming International Law, where I basically play video games and talk about international law in those video games. Welcome to the six people watching. So, well, as you all start populating the chat, and in anticipation of our ad breaks, um, I wanted to have a little bit of um, housekeeping session before we start killing zombies and stuff. Um, Essentially, the main thing is that there was no stream on Sunday. I am um, I'm sorry about that. I I went on a trip, so I couldn't log on. I have seen the horror stories of um, Twitchers and streamers logging on from hotel rooms. The Baldur's Gate cast had a lot of problems with their Twitch with the internet from hotels, so I figured I'd better just suspend the stream for Sunday and then do this playthrough on Wednesday. I'll say um, one thing is that the ICC, um, the International Criminal Court, is going to issue, at least from like media reports, is going to issue the arrest warrants for Netanyahu, Gallant, and um, high-ranking members of Hamas, if anyone is left alive by the time that they issue the arrest warrants. I assume that they would actually issue them because, like, legally speaking, um, it should pan out. But when they do, I'll do a stream going over the the details of the opinion and like as always like Q&A, um, and so that you guys can ask. And I'm learning, slowly learning more about streaming. And one thing I want to do is want to share my screen and maybe just go through the statement from the prosecutor and then share the text of the decision and sort of like read it together and see um, what we can gather from it together. Maybe it's a sort of like an unboxing ICC edition. I'm unboxing a new order. Oh, sorry, I need to charge my remote. Um, so yeah, that's one thing that's coming. That probably won't necessarily be on the same days as I usually stream because I don't know when the ICC will issue that. And so hopefully that will compensate for the lost stream on Sunday. I will say one thing I want to do as well is I'm figuring out how to do this, but I'll remind everyone watching. Well, all let's see how many of you are. All six of you watching. We do have a Discord channel. If you if you're interested in continuing our conversations, um, like on a more like private setting. And one thing that might be interesting is on the Discord channel, we have some audio channels, and as a perk for for subscribers, I was thinking maybe we can do an audio chat with subscribers on the Discord, and instead of you just typing questions, have an actual conversation. So hopefully that'll be like uh, another way of engaging and to incentivize people to like subscribe to the channel. Oh, hi, Professor Trakis. Thanks for the update. You can share your screen if you use OBS or as a streaming software. I don't use OBS. I use Streamlabs. But I think there's a way to do it. I just need to watch some YouTube videos and figure it out, I guess. Um, I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be cool. Ooh, Dino Dance. Um, I am a fan of that emoji because I follow Jennifer English and Leona Baranova's channel, from Baldur's Gate, and that's all that happens in that channel. You should be going on an ad break soon, so if you are, I'm very sorry. Um, but for those of you who live in like the regions of the world that Twitch doesn't care that much about, I guess. And you won't be going into an ad, then you'll stay here talking to me. Oh, hi, Cheryl. How are you? Cheryl says, I'm on Discord, but I don't have the time, and I would subscribe to you, but my visa was cut off because I late 12 times during my... Well, look, I mean, no one needs to subscribe. Please don't feel like you need to like subscribe to the channel or anything like that. I'm not trying to become a millionaire here. I'm trying to provide a service, so if you can't, please don't. It's just, it's a nice extra for something that takes about 5 hours of my week that I really enjoy, but it's a nice thing to get if someone subscribes. But please don't feel obligated to subscribe. Money is something that I don't want to ask of you guys. That's not the idea. The idea is to have a conversation and a debate. Anything you can ask on the stream for free, you'll be able to do. Like being a subscriber will get you extra perks, will not get you extra content. Let's put it like that. Like I will still do a regular stream of the opinion, of the arrest warrants, and talk about them like to all of you. It's just something extra to try and incentivize to get to those of you who can to subscribe to the channel and have instead of a typed conversation, a voice conversation. Rosova Tolerance, how are you? Nice of you to be here again. You're saying to continue our conversation about extending the IHL protection on non-human species. What would be the legal argument to extend it, for example, to orcs without stretching the definition too much? So, oh, hi, Chief Steve. I love that it's always the same of you guys. Thank you so much for dedicating, your evenings or afternoons or whatever time it is wherever you are, and watching me play The Last of Us and stuff. It really means a lot. I'm touched. The ad break is going to end soon, so we will be able to talk about orc human rights. So yeah, as you've seen from our playthrough of The Last of Us, I'm a strong believer. It is a convenient 12 a.m. in the morning for me. Oh my God, Cheese Leaf, where are you? That's bad. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it won't be too bad, and it'll be entertaining. So hold on. Japan. Oh, amazing. This is so cool. I would love to go to Japan. It's on my to travel list for so long now. And you guys have the best Disney World, well, Disneyland. And of course all the amazing history and like I love the Japanese medieval period with like the transition from I studied the transition from samurai Japan to Western type of government Japan in my PhD thesis, and it's just so fascinating. We should talk about that one day. It's a fascinating story. But yeah, so going back to Rosova Tolerance, before I just want to clear this up before we start playing, because I won't be able to do this while killing zombies, or in this case humans. So I've been discussing the Lord of the Rings a lot on Twitter, and I think it's important to clarify. I don't do it just because it's the Lord of the Rings, and yes, the Lord of the Rings is one of the things that I know most about in life. Like, there's Star Wars, my PhD, and then the Lord of the Rings. I'm one of those like weird people. Very few people in the world actually like the Legendarium, the Silmarillion and the History of Middle Earth more than the actual books. I think the Silmarillion is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I've eaten it up quite a few times. I don't have all the History of Middle Earth. I don't know if you can see my Silmarillion and Morgoth's Ring somewhere around there. Those are the only two that I have. The rest I've access through friends and other materials. But so the reason why I like talking about this is because I do believe that these grand, larger than life epic tales, Star Wars, The Lord of the Rings, they are part of the way in which our society constructs the world, constructs the way we understand the world. And they're more important than just tales. They're not just movies. They're epic tales. They tell the story of how we understand the world. And there's a big discussion now because of the Rings of Power, this show on Amazon. I think it's Amazon. that is showing a more humanized version of the orc. So they show a very brief scene where a concerned orc father is worried about the safety of his orc wife or orc partner and orc child. And many people are saying like, oh, that's impossible. The orcs are absolutely evil. We want to see, Peter Jackson canon fodder orcs forever. Purely evil. We don't care about them, right? And I just feel like that is such a misconception of what Tolkien was doing. Because yes, when you tell a story, when you tell this narrative from the perspective of the characters of the Lord of the Rings in a movie about the Lord of the Rings, you sort of like cannot be too meta. You need to understand the world as Aragorn understands it, as the elves understand it, as Galadriel understands it, and yeah, in those characters' eyes, the orcs were purely evil and horrible and essentially deserved almost no quarter, right? They were an infestation in the world. And I just don't think that is Tolkien's view. That is Galadriel's take. That is Aragorn's take. That is Gimli's take. It's not Tolkien's take. Tolkien has a lot of like extra stuff on the orcs. And one key thing about the orcs is that they were not irredeemably evil. Like every creature in Middle Earth is, made by Eru. Dark magic cannot create cannot create life. And so everything is in origin a creation of Eru, the god of Middle Earth, the god of Arda, the world of the Lord of the Rings. And so that means that they're not evil per se. And I think this is important for more than just, the clarity of being a nerd Lord of the Rings fan. Because the orcs suffer from a sort of like orcish difference. They are seen differently by the world, even though Tolkien himself would say, oh no, the orcs are not irredeemably evil. They were under the control of Morgoth, and then when they were free of Morgoth, they just flee to the east and then just lived their lives and did whatever they wanted. And then Sauron returns, and then they become this organized army again of evil creatures. This way in which the characters themselves see the orcs, not Tolkien, but the characters themselves, is sort of like an orcish difference. And I say orcish difference because this is a concept from postcolonial theory, and I still owe you guys a full stream on postcolonial theory, where the concept is called colonial difference. The idea that the rules of the world don't apply equally to peoples under colonial domination and to peoples that are in colonizer societies. So this happened recently in Israel. Protests against Netanyahu were attacked with skunk water. Skunk water is a type of water that smells really bad and has very negative effects for health. It is a very brutal way of dealing with a protest because it hurts, because it's pressure shot against the body, so it hurts. And then you stay with this stench for days and you puke and vomit. And so this skunk water was designed as a way to control crowds in Palestine. Because you would never treat, your own citizens in the same way as you treat the colonial other. So there's a colonial difference, you see? And then there's one interesting concept that someone said, Peruvian Andy too already said it, Imperial Boomerang. Oh, hi, Osvind, I hadn't seen you there. According to this theory by Aimé Césaire, a Martinican scholar, a French-speaking Martinican scholar from the 1950s, when this colonial difference is sort of like broken and you apply the same standards that you apply for your colonized people on your metropolitan, citizens, that is the definition of fascism. It's an imperial boomerang. If you are colonial against your people, yes, Aimé Césaire is awesome. Thanks, Professor Trakis. If you are colonial against your people and you exercise colonial violence against your people, that will eventually get back to haunt you back home. It's a boomerang. You throw it to hit someone, and then it'll come back to hit you. And so I think it's important to understand that in the context of how we create myths and how we understand the world and all of that, that is this orcish difference, this way of like the characters see the orcs as this irredeemably horrible creatures. And therefore, because we think that they are heroes, we also see them as these irredeemable, horrible creatures. But then it is not really like that. We're not even giving them a chance. Someone on Twitter mentioned to me, "Oh, if the orcs were redeemable, then they would have created kingdoms and they would have engaged with the elves and men and dwarves and ironically enough, The Hobbit, like the very first book, shows that they did. Like there was a goblin town in The Hobbit where the goblins created their own kingdom and had a goblin king, right? And these are goblins that were singing songs and like had an entire society and everything. And that's not what Morgoth made them to do. Morgoth didn't go like, oh, you should start singing when you go hunting. That wasn't Morgoth. Morgoth was like, trying to make them all treated them almost as animals. So there was an evolution, and there was like some sort of like political organization by the orcs who established a claim on the Misty Mountains. But because they're orcs, and so they don't need trade, they don't need diplomacy, they don't need their own way of doing things, is completely different from what elves and men and dwarves do. They were seen as an infestation. So when Azog the Defiler declares himself king of Moria, the former dwarven mine, he's seen as an infestation. But you could also see it as orcs doing exactly what you were asking of them, establishing kingdoms and engaging with the wider world. They were just, because of the orcish difference, the colonial difference, the same rules don't apply the same to them. Right? That is a key problem here. So this is why I like this issue with the orcs. It's not because I'm a Tolkien purist or anything like that. I mean, I take Tolkien very seriously, but it's not because I think that it's you need to be a purist and understand Tolkien properly. No, I think the way we understand and conceive our world through these epic myths shapes the way we understand the real world. That's the reality. That's what I think. That's why I take it so seriously. There's a few comments. Hold on, before we start playing, because otherwise it'll get late. Cheryl says they are not protesting to end the occupation, which is the problem. They're protesting to remove Netanyahu and force a ceasefire deal. That's it. That's the problem. Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm not deceived by these protests. I'm very well aware that the people in those protests are. I mean, I'm sure some, because I'm sure there are Israelis that are anti-occupation. I know several. Some will be, there have been graffitis on like Free Gaza and everything on these protests, but I'm not deceived, and I do know that the majority of Israeli society right now is only deciding between how to carry out the operation to rescue the hostages and not necessarily how to be humanitarian and how to end the genocide of Palestinians. So I'm not deceived by the numbers. I just think it is interesting that even this protest is being attacked with the imperial boomerang. Then, hi Alto Cherenkov. Hi, how are you? Arguably, the colonization is the problem of Israel. I think, yes. I mean, it's the main. It is the reason for Israel to exist. Israel exists not because Jewish people were looking to have self-determination rights in the Middle East. It exists because some Jewish people wanted to establish a state that was exclusively and excludingly Jewish in a land that isn't Jewish, right? And I mean, yes, there are historical connections to it, but you did not need to establish a Westphalian nation state with a single concept of a Jewish nation on top of Palestine. That's the underlying reason for creating Israel. You could have had a different way of creating a national home for Jewish people in Palestine without needing a sovereign nation state. In fact, the British for a long time tried to convince the Yishuv of actually establishing that, like establishing a nation within a multicultural country. They just refused. So yeah, it is the absolutely main problem that Israel has is that it is a colonial endeavor, and it needs to stop being that. It needs to reconceive itself and its society if it's going to join us in the world where colonization is no longer viewed with friendly eyes. Cheryl says darkness emanates from feeling powerless. Yes, absolutely, it does. Powerlessness is a powerful force. Peruvian Andy, it was quite shocking seeing some U.S. media saying that those Israelis were a tool for Hamas. Yeah, I mean, you're Peruvian, so Peruvian Andy, so you understand this concept better than most. Like in Peru, we have a term for this. It's called terruqueo. Terruqueo, from the verb terruquear, is calling someone a terrorist for political gain or for political motivations. Right. So when you terrucate, I guess would be the English translation, you are calling someone a terrorist because they oppose to you. Right. So the parallels between what Israel goes through right now and what Peru has gone through for the past 20 years is quite striking. Again, I say this over and over again. Many times, Zionists and Israelis will tell me, "Oh, um, you are um, singling out. That's the word, singling out Israel and being unfair to Israel." It's like, no, what Israel is going through is exactly the same as, well, not exactly the same, but it's very similar to what my country went through. And so I know what this otherization of another people, of another nation, looks like, feels like. I have lost friends over this in Peru. People that have become radicalized and now think that it's okay to kill 50 indigenous people because they're terrorists. Um, I've had difficult conversations with family members, friends. Yeah, it's not singling out Israel to say, hey, I know what this looks like, and this is leading you down a dark, dark path, which is where Peru is right now. Um, and I mean, Professor Traques, I think you're from Colombia, so you probably understand this quite well. So, yes, sir. Peruvian Andy, I'm sorry you have been terruqueado before. Um, and then This is so funny that, to give only one paradoxical example, the Balfour Declaration stated that the formation of a Jewish nation there had to respect the rights of the existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine, and yet we ended up like this. Yeah, well, the Balfour Declaration um, talked about the civil and religious rights of the population, not the political rights, quite on purpose, actually, so that a state could be created. But then in 1922, I think it was the White Paper of 1932. 22? Well, one of the white papers, I'll figure it out later and put it on the Discord, said that the Jewish national home um, had been already established in Palestine. So there was no need for a state. But of course, the Yishuv would never accept that. Um, so yeah, it is complicated. And look how we got from the rights of orgs to this. Reciprocal tolerance says, so what would you be on the legal argument for extending the IHL protection to non-human species like the orcs or AI, for example, even though it is a long shot, what would be the legal argument to treat AI like human? So that's a good question, because I don't think AI is self-aware. AI is just a machine that can predict answers relatively well. Not perfectly well, but relatively well. Right? So I don't think orgs and AI are on the same level. I think orgs are more deserving of rights than AI. I think AI is just a tool. I think it's a bad tool. Like, Amazon cannot make Amazon Market work, the Amazon Fresh Market. It cannot work because AI cannot determine on its own what you are getting from the shelves. It needs an army of usually Indian workers in India trying to figure out what you actually put in your basket. And we want to use that same technology to decide if you kill a child or not. It's ridiculous. Like, I do not think that AI technology and cyber technology is ready to have fully autonomous weapons. There are, of course, ways to use automation and autonomy that might be legal. Like, for example, if you train an automatic tank to shoot at things that look like tanks, then that's relatively safe, right? Because we don't go about driving tanks. That I can accept. But if you're telling me that you're going to put a machine gun on a refugee camp and that machine is going to decide on its own whether to kill someone because they're being aggressive, you cannot program proportionality and distinction, who is a civilian and who is a combatant, into ones and zeros. So I think that is terrible. I think we should not do that. And that should be like, definitely AI should not be allowed to do this. The orcs, on the other hand, the orcs are living beings, and so they have rights. So yeah, I do draw a difference, a distinction between them. Cheese thief. They're here before we have to share custody with an AI chatbot in 200 years. Yeah. Oof. I actually think AI is a terrible technology. I think it is coming for a lot of jobs in ways that will reduce quality. Like, I don't know if you've played, if you play a lot of video games, you will see the difference between a game like, say, Baldur's Gate, where there's very committed motion capture and voice acting by wonderful, super talented actors that I am a fan of. Like, I've taken a picture with Jennifer English on a conference. I will go to the ends of the earth to meet Ashley Johnson, Matt Mercer. Like, these are really talented actors. And then you have a game like Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know who voiced that game, but it sounds like it was voiced by an AI. The characters are lifeless and dead. And I think AI is going for those jobs. I think it's terrible. It reduces quality, it makes things worse, and it puts people out of business. Artists are struggling a lot with AI. Like, there's a reason why I hired Miyuki Bunny to be our channel artist. I didn't want to use AI because I don't think it's fair. I think it's AI steals from the intellectual property of other people. Professor Traques says the card would like to enter this conversation to answer this question. Yeah. Although the problem with the card is that he can only answer whether you yourself exist. I cannot know that you guys are real. There is a very good anime, if you all would like to see it, that kind of touches on this topic. It's called Psycho-Pass. I have not seen it, and this is something to discuss. I don't know what the legality of this all is, but I think if we do a watch party and everyone uses their own system, everyone uses their own, like, Disney Plus or Netflix or whatever, we wouldn't technically be violating any rule if we just, like, all get together on the Discord and decide to watch something at the same time. So that's something to consider going forward. Hi, Altitude Cherenkov, how are you? Okay, so, so there is there was voicing. I don't know who did this, but the voicing is just very bad in the game. I'm sorry to these artists. I usually don't blame the actors. I'm pretty sure there's some level of problem with the whole thing. With the whole, directing or decisions of the game, but like, it's very bland. I was very disappointed with Hogwarts Legacy. I got very bored. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't think it's the fault of the artists, of the actors, but usually these companies they end up creating problems like this. Oh my God, a game called Psycho-Pass. We got a real-life whole nation called Israel, full of them committing genocide. We don't need any games. We need a way out. Before we get sidetracked into more conversations, let's start the game, just so it doesn't get too late. And keep the questions coming, of course. I'll still answer them. So, if I remember correctly, where we stayed was there's some bad guys coming to get us as we escape this horrible, horrible town. Oh! Okay, that worked. Oh! Well done, Ellie. The problem is I only have 3 bullets. I see you. Oh. Oh. And that's a headshot. Ah, you shoot him in the head and he doesn't die? That's like weird. Okay, 2 headshots. He has to die.
See if you can find anything. That was good.
Thanks for coming by, Cheryl. I know the gaming part is not your thing, so I appreciate you still coming for the first part of the session. I will still talk about, you know, other stuff related to international law while we play, so do keep coming. Okay, so here's the question. I think Schiff is more useful. I am out of weapons. Out of bullets. Oh, look at this, a bug. It's a flying can. We have discovered a gravitational loophole. I really appreciate your chat about the orcs. I don't usually get an opportunity to explain what I think of, you know, orcs and stuff and Lord of the Rings and stuff. It's usually seen as this like very nerdy thing to do. But I think it is nerdy and that's cool, but it's also there's also social value in it. So thanks for asking me those questions. Cheese Steve is asking if I watched the season 2 of The Rings of Power. I've watched the 3 episodes that came out. Wait, hold on. So I saw the 3 episodes that came out. I really enjoyed them, and I know they're getting a lot of hate.
They're gonna kill us.
What other choice do we have?
We jump.
No, it's too high and you can't swim. I'll boost you up, you run past them.
You keep me afloat.
Ellie!
No time to argue.
Ellie! Damn it! Ah!
See, that's the thing. I don't think season 1 was bad.
Henry! He's awake!
Hey, you. We're alive. Okay.
See? What'd I tell you, huh? He's good. Everything's fine. You know, Sam's the one who spotted you. You guys are taking quite a bit of water. What's wrong? Henry!
Get back,
hey,
son!
Hey! He's pissed, but he's not gonna do anything.
You sure about that?
Stop!
Joel?
He left us to die out there.
No. You had a good chance of making it, and you did. But coming back for you meant putting him at risk. Stay back. If it was the other way around, would you have come back for us? I saved you.
You saved me too.
Let me end the dialogue and then I'll talk about Lord of the Rings.
It's fine, I'm okay. You know, for what it's worth, I'm really glad we spotted you. Now, that radio tower, it's on the other side of this cliff. Okay? Place is gonna be full of supplies. You're gonna be really happy you didn't kill me. Hey, we're gonna search this area. See what we come up with.
So I don't think season 1 was bad.
You cool?
Yeah.
Mostly because
Go find that radio tower.
I do. It's like so a lot of people approach the Lord of the Rings as this like adventure thing where like you need Legolas bringing down an elephant, right? That's the I guess
Hey, maybe we can find something in that boat over there.
that's the way to approach the Lord of the Rings. It's as an adventure ride, and I don't agree.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Lord of the Rings is world building.
Where are you, kid?
So when you read the Silmarillion, yeah, I've seen this criticism that it's mostly people that are like 2 or 3 people in a room talking about something, and yeah, that's the Lord of the Rings. Like a bunch of people in a room talking about stuff. And then eventually, every so often, there's a battle or a fight. But that's not the point of the Lord of the Rings. So I don't think season 1 was bad, and I don't think season 2 is bad. And I think this whole thing about like humanizing characters
That's a
and
little bit
species
different in the water.
has a lot of value.
One step at a time.
I bet Elliot liked this.
Yay. No, I want to see the letter that I just got. Boat notes, there you go. So this is the story of Ish. This is one that I will probably read because it's an interesting one. So Ish, joke about Moby Dick, dodged the chaos and mayhem long enough, and his time out at sea had come to an end. So he was short on supplies, and he tried to find a way out. So he docked again. So let's see what happens to Ish. Let's see if we find Ish. Oh, you guys went on an ad. Okay, whoops. But yeah, so I think there's a lot in season 1 that is just for people who like the Silmarillion and who like the Legendarium, like me, and that had a lot of fun. I love the Peter Jackson trilogy, but you know what I like more than the Peter Jackson trilogy? The Peter Jackson Extended Edition trilogy, because there's more people talking. Let's go down. So Russell Tolerance says concerning orcs AI arguments, I recently watched Terminator anime. I need to watch that actually. And there was a scene where a boy tortures a mechanical cat, and the cat reacted in much the same way a normal cat would. So I could see argument that goes like this: once you can fake emotions reactions good enough, you might as well be self-aware. The science was unsettling because the cat looked like it suffers, yet he would just playfully wanted to disassemble it. Well, I don't. I mean, there are a lot of stories about like sentient beings that are artificial in nature. I think the standard that we have. Ooh, nice, a pendant. I think the standard that we have is the Turing test, right? If a machine can trick you into thinking that they're human, you have no other way to verify this. So the trick becomes real. You cannot counter-argue. Of course, there's a lot of limitations with this test.
Hey, Ellie! I think we found something.
Let's go see what it is.
You found a big mistake. That's what you found. But generally, I mean, I don't think life needs to be exactly as we know it for it to have rights. Like, there's this, I guess, silly argument. What happens if aliens arrive? Are they covered by the Human Rights Convention? I was like, yeah, of course they are.
Give me a hand with this.
I need to watch that Terminator thing.
All right, same time. Come on.
Let's do it.
All right, come on, kids, go.
All right, there we go. All right, you go in.
Okay.
Hey, flashlights out. Sam, stay close. Someone's finally learning.
Well, they should have human rights, but would they though? And what would be the legal argument? I mean, for me, it's the same legal argument that I would use in favor of granting rights to several animal species, like, ooh, hold on.
Joel, we should see what's over here.
So, for example, I think whales and orcas and dolphins are sentient,
Me neither.
and they should get
Not
rights
much of a choice.
because of it. I guess it's the Star Trek standard, you know. But there are several cases where orcas, chimpanzees, they're all like deemed sentient enough to have rights, and I agree with that.
It's blocked.
Well, Cheese Thief talks about like what happens when human rights are not complied with by the entity you want to give human rights to, and that is not a question that is foreign to us.
That is a big rat.
That is a big rat. So in Peru, we have a large indigenous majority, well, a minority actually, but if you add like people of indigenous descent, then they are a majority. And not all indigenous communities have indigenous practices that conform to human rights. So, for example, there's a lot of practices, indigenous practices in the Andes
Voila.
that are contrary to human rights. Like, for example, I think we discussed this in the Discord.
You think
For
they'll join
example,
us?
inhumane
All the way to
treatments.
Tommy's?
I don't know. We'll have to see how everything pans out.
Some indigenous communities, for example, what they do is they'll have punishments that are different from prison. They will like use the fuete, which is a stick. Oh, hold on, there's a note. I'll talk about the fuete in a second. So Ish says, I'm gone for a few months and the world doesn't waste any time going to shits. Everywhere you turn, they're infected and non-infected try to kill you. Mankind is back to the food chain, baby. I'm kind of shocked I've survived this long. These sewers seem pretty safe. Limited exit entrances make it easier to defend, and if anyone gets in here, I can lose them in the maze. I might not be tough, but I'm quick. Maybe I just need to bide my time down here until it all gets sorted up there. I think I'll become a sewer mole man for a while. Wish me luck, Ish. Well, good luck, Ish. Yeah, so the fuete is like a big long stick, and they will use it to punish people like as a more socially useful way than prison. And of course, this would be like at least an inhumane act, if not potentially torture. So what do you do when you have this community that it's not part of the Western tradition of human rights? But you cannot just say, okay, if you're an indigenous person, then you don't have indigenous rights, and period. Right? So different countries have arrived at different solutions on how to solve this. So for example, in Colombia, Professor Traques, please by all means, add to this and help me. In Colombia, I know that the Constitutional Court has ruled that these practices, because they don't have the objective of torturing, they are not tortures in nature. They are not torture, and they are valid in the specific communities. Whereas, for example, Peru has a standard of what do you call it? Multiculturalism, where what we say is like there's a limitation to indigenous practices, which is human rights, but not human rights as in the text of human rights.
This way. Looks like there's a path up ahead.
In the international conventions as we apply them for Peru, but sort of like there's a nuclei of human rights in those treaties, contained in those treaties, and that's what we need to use for determining what actually violates human rights. Like, let's say, for example, you don't need to 100% abide by the standards of international law. Sorry, I'm trying to find loot. And so, for example, there's instances where indigenous people detain individuals that trespass into their land. And that theoretically could count as kidnapping, but it doesn't under Peruvian law, because we accept that indigenous peoples have a right to detain under their own customary rules. Right. So the problem is, at what point does that become kidnapping, even under the nuclei of human rights? So we've had several cases on this in Peru, and it's not settled. But like the idea is, indigenous peoples do not need to comply with the same rules as the police in, say, Lima or Cusco to be able to detain someone. but they do need to comply with a minimum of human rights safeguards for that to be legal. So Colombia and Peru actually disagree on how to deal with this question. But we both agree that indigenous peoples are not outside of the realm
Can we
of
get
human
out this
rights.
way?
Nah, there's no way to reach that.
Well, I can't swim.
That makes two of us.
All right, Joel. How do we get across?
I guess we gotta figure something out.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat
This
right
thing's on
now.
Some kind of track. Maybe there's a way we can use it.
So Cheese Thief says the entire point of the Predator
Look,
movies
a
was that you can't just shoot them. Yeah, true. Oh, hi, Mr. Howdy Evelyn. Howdy, Evelyn. It's the first time you chat with us, so thank you for doing that. Oh, and you're spam. You're spam.
It's jammed.
It's a big thing in Indonesia. Tribal law is compatible. It's non-compatible with secular, but it's a big issue in those communities. Rosova Tolerance asked if our spam bot is self-aware. She might be.
Y'all wait there.
Y'all. Oh, hi, Das Keto. You're not spam. First time to chat with us. Thank you and welcome to the channel. I don't know if you like The Last of Us or International Law,
Henry, give it a shot.
or if you like both, but thank you for being here.
All right. Yeah, it's working.
I'm gonna go have a look. You keep an eye out.
That's Ellie's plank, and I know there's some clickers here that we can easily kill. Oh, look at that. Look at those sounds. So what's your thing, Das Keto? You're not spam, what are you? God, I hate these. What if the clickers are really just trying to communicate in Morse code? Das Keto is just listening while I work. Well, welcome. I'll try not to die while you're here. Do I kill these guys, or do I just not? I think I will kill them. Oh, yay. My reward. We really need that emote. You know, the everything permitted emote. We used 2 shifts on this, guys. They were expensive, but 7 bullets is worth it. Oh, and 25 tools and health. Okay, this is worth it. Oh, geez, Steve, please do your readings, yeah. Oh, yay, more ish. Yesterday I met some people that did not want to shoot me on sight. Shocking, I know. We traded some supplies and went on our merry way. They had kids with them and they seemed pretty scared. I almost told them about this place. What if they are like the others? What if you know what? You know what? I don't care. What's the point of surviving if you don't have someone to laugh at your lame jokes? Tomorrow I'm going to search for them, see if they want to join me in here. Ish. Yeah, so Ish is like just this really nice guy. Can I build anything? Overclock and lag is also spam. The channel needs to be doing well for all of these spammers to be popping up, huh? Cheese thief, what are you reading for class? You.
Yeah. Still in one piece.
This is the worst part of this game. The dynamics to move the plank are horrible.
Let's go, Ellie.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
Does anyone with any level of physics knowledge know if this would actually work? Because I feel like it wouldn't. Oh, here. No, not there. Here. Go up? No? You're not gonna go up? Okay.
Time. I love being on this thing.
Hey, I'm the one in the water.
All right, see if that generator still got some juice.
Ellie might be too heavy for the plank. Yeah, that's what I think.
Nothing. Ugh. Alright.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, thank God. Preston's book on American foreign relations, a very short introduction. Mearsheimer's Strategy of the Great Power of Politics, Jervis' Perception and Perception and Misperception in International Politics, and a document from the U.S. Congress. Well, I've only read parts of Mearsheimer's argument. I'm not a fan, but it is an interesting read, so you should do fine with that one. My problem with Mearsheimer's policies, prescriptions.
Maybe.
Oh,
Are we really going in there?
no one's a fan, yeah. Well, Russia might be. Ooh, I shouldn't say that. Bad Alonso, bad colleague. Well, what I don't like about his ideas is that they're sort of premised on great powers alone, and you cannot just have the entire world work on great powers. So, for example, can you use his theories to explain how all states behave? No. I mean, Bolivia and Peru are not trying to destruct each other. So I really don't like his
Sort of
views.
alarm.
I don't hear anything.
Someone used to live here. Don't look like that's the case anymore.
Who would stay in here?
Someone who thought they could keep a place like this safe.
Professor Trakis, there's a really good Stephen Walt article on the paradigms of international relations. You should check it out, Cheese Thief. So important, please read house rules. Make sure doors are locked. Ask for password if you don't know the visitor. No something and noisy play. Run to hiding spot when you hear the alarm. So Professor Trakis, it's Professor Trakis, right? It's not Professor Trakis. I've just been Americanizing your name. Yay, shorty. Where are we going? What is this? Yes. Oh, I think I lost the dialogue option now. Yeah, I lost the dialogue option. Oh well.
You hear that? Infected.
Shh. Quiet.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. 3 bullets wasted.
Well, I guess we know what happened to these people.
Seeing how there was a clicker that'd been gone for a while.
We keep moving forward. All we can do is hope there aren't any more of them. Doubtful, I know.
Ew. Hey Susan, I just wanted to drop a quick line and say these rain catchers were a great idea. Super smart to gather water without leaving the place. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the kids a couple of water guns, so of course I've been drenched all day. If you don't want them to have it, let me know and I'll take them back. See you at dinner tonight. Fair warning though, Kyle's making his special meatloaf again. Ish. Poor Ish. So Professor Trakis, amazed by how strong Joel is, burst his skull into a wall with sheer arm strength. So I actually, I don't think it's that he's strong. It's that the cordyceps has weakened everything in that body, so you can smash their heads easier. I don't think it's strength, because when I do it to regular human beings, their heads don't burst. I imagine mushroom is not a very dense material. No. Professor Trakis will add it to the list. I'm really glad that you guys are like the main thing here, the main objective of this project of mine is to build a community of people that share an interest. So the fact that you guys are getting to know each other and talking regularly and like, chatting really makes me very happy. Kyle. Oh, Meatloaf Kyle. We're trapped. I think everyone is dead. Some of the little ones are with me. I got infected pounding at the door. I don't know how long we'll hold out. If Ish and the others are alive, maybe they can reach us. If it comes down to it, I'll make it quick. Kyle. Oof. My God. That's horrible. I also find it interesting how in The Last of Us there's no zombie children. I don't think there's even in the second game. So I wonder if it's because cordyceps just like kills children before they can turn into zombies. I don't know.
Jesus.
Oh, but there is one child zombie, Ellie's friend. I forget her name. But she's the only one. Riley, yeah. That's the name. Thanks, Magic of Carols. Well, I imagine at this point in time there's not a lot of children being born. As someone who comes from a very just teach them the law, laugh my ass off place, I appreciate the book recommendations a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you go on the Discord channel, there's a lot more. I actually don't like that way of teaching.
You think that leads out?
Could be. It's too high for a boost. Maybe there's another way to get there.
This game would spark more controversy if you had to kill zombie children all the time, surely. Yeah, sure. Okay, so fair warning, I'm gonna get split up from the party, and I'm gonna need to go into that room full of zombies. And I'm gonna die 1 billion times. Okay, because I always die 1 billion times in here.
Get back! Sam!
Yeah, I'm cool.
That was me. I must have triggered some kind of safety gate or something. Henry, see if we can lift this.
So, this is awkward.
Yeah, I know. It's like every time.
Clickers!
What?
Hey, this thing isn't budging, man.
Just go. Get out of here.
Sam, you stay close to him.
Henry, we gotta fucking move!
You keep him safe! Go!
Oh my god, 5 clickers. That's rough. Okay, again, I will die 1,000 times, okay? Please,
All right, come on, kid. See if we can find.
don't
a way
judge
out
me.
here, yeah?
Okay.
Shows your war face. So I'll try one where I try to sneak in. If not, the next one I'll try
Did you
just
see that?
bombing everyone.
Stay behind me. If I run, you run.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try to do this. I'll answer comments after I'm done, because otherwise... Ah, it's just a stalker. Oh god, oh god. Molotov, Molotov, Molotov. Oh, it's a clicker. Ah, it's a clicker. Ah, it's a clicker. I died. Okay, so as promised, now I will try shooting everyone in the face. At least I didn't lose my... Okay, let's first confuse them. Hello everyone, hey, how are you? Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Come on! Yeah, this is not scary at all. Oh. There you are. Oh no, you don't get away from me.
You did it.
We're gonna keep going.
I guess the lesson of this game is violence works. And I don't have health, because I never have health. Oh, there's an ad? Oh, that sucks. You guys didn't see me defeat the zombies. I have to keep a closer eye on that. Oh, it just started. Okay, that's fine. There should be another 30 seconds of ads for the rest of you guys. Let's just loot things here.
Bet there were a lot of them here. People, I mean.
Looks like it.
Nice. Oh yes, I love these tool levels. Well, he's a Frenchman who's been in Japan a really long time, and he definitely has the qualifications to teach. International law, but the problem comes from the fact that he doesn't seem like he's interested in teaching, not to mention the fact that he has really thick French accent. So I think, well, as someone who teaches for a living, I don't think everyone that's interested in researching is interested in teaching. And not everyone that's interested in teaching is interested in researching. And so it's a pity that academia sort of like forces you to do both. I am lucky enough that I like to do both things. I really love teaching and I really love researching. I like researching more than I like teaching, I'll admit to that. But it's very gratifying to teach. And I think the main point is that most people feel like teaching is something that you do, like you impart your wisdom. And I think that's wrong, like fundamentally wrong.
Why couldn't they keep it safe?
Not now. Let's focus on getting out of here.
I think the whole point is that learning is something that no one can do for you. Learning is something that the lecturer doesn't do, the student does. And that only happens when you're excited about what you're doing. If class is boring, you won't learn. And everyone has different kinds of exciting. Not everyone is excited about the same thing, and that's part of the point of for the teacher. Teacher needs to oh, let's see more about Ish. Oh, Danny and Ish are protectors. You sort of need to get the feeling of the class.
You can knock that ladder down?
Yeah.
And know what is everyone's interest. See, for example, Cheryl came here and she was here talking about international law. And as soon as we started playing, she was like, okay, this is not for me. That's not for her. And that's fine. So I feel that it's part of the role of whoever's teaching to get a vibe of what makes it interesting for every one of your students. Every student will have something different.
There we go.
And that's the only way to learn. If learning is boring, then you won't learn. But yeah, that's my take. That's like, I guess, my philosophy.
Is that Ellie?
Come on.
Joel, that's them.
Sam!
Oh, thank God. We gotta keep running. Go away. Over there.
Sam!
Run! So many of them!
Ellie, get away from the door.
Maybe if we push it together.
Come on.
Sam! He just crawled through.
He what? Sam, what the hell are you doing?
Getting us out of here.
Well, hurry up then.
All right, go.
Everyone upstairs. Let's go.
Hold on, I'll catch up with the comments in a bit.
Damn thing's stuck!
Here, give me a boost. I can get through that window.
Open it from the other side.
Make it fast.
Come on, Sam. You're not staying in here. What about you? I'll be fine. Come on, go.
Get ready.
Got it.
Move. Let's go.
Well, that was very professional of me. Professor Tracker says teaching is awesome, but teaching less than 18 hours per week might be nice. You teach 18 hours per week? That's a lot.
Look at this.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thanks for the warning on the other side, guys.
So where's this tower?
We're close. Come on, let's go.
So how much you teach varies from place to place? That's amazing, Professor Tracker.
How you
That's
doing, little
wow.
man?
That was a close one, huh?
Yeah, not one of our finest moments, but we made it out.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the dialogue first. So one thing that in Latin America, I used to teach 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 10 hours a week.
Yep, what'd I tell you, huh?
Let's find a way around to it. What about you? How you holding up?
Business as usual, right? When I was with Henry, I took out a couple of infected by myself. You'd be proud.
Then in the UK, I, depending on the university, right? So I teach 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, around the same actually. Around the same. But I know friends who are more teaching intensive that they teach a lot more. It is a very demanding thing to do. I cannot imagine teaching 18 hours a week. Like when I was in college, I used to think, oh,
What was this place like?
it's not a big deal. Like the teacher just comes in, teaches for 2 hours and leaves. That sounds great. But those 2 hours require hours of preparation
Oh, yeah,
behind the scenes.
totally.
How did you two end up together?
Oh, a friend of mine, Marlene, asked him to take me to
You needed a long road.
Yeah, well, now I just boss him around. Isn't that right, Joel?
Oh, let's go upstairs first. Is this Ish? No, Kyle. Oh, Meatloaf Kyle. Another night, another shooting. I could see the muzzle flashes coming from Carson's window. I stayed up the entire night with the whole family in one room. I doubt anybody got any sleep. It's only a matter of time before the looters try to break into our house. We have to get out of here. That skinny man approached us again. That's Ish. We traded more of his bullets for some of our food. He offered us to join him in his hideout. He says it's secure and, more importantly, hidden. Easily defendable is how he described it. He said that the only reason he trusts me is because I have kids. I don't think we can stay here anymore. He seems like a trustworthy guy. I'm going to suggest to everyone tomorrow that we take him up on his offer.
That wasn't a good idea, now was it?
Joel is so, like, detached. Oh, here. So what is the most memorable thing a student has ever done in class? Oh, what is the most memorable thing a student has done in class? That is actually a good question. Uh, 10 students went into my international law class, left their backpacks, and left. Oof, I'm sorry about that. Let me think. What was it the most memorable thing? This is the same house. This is the same house. Can I go into this house? No. Is there anything here? I don't think I've ever been here before. Oh, I went all the way back. That's why I was lost. I didn't know there was stuff in that van. Cool. So, I guess one thing that is true here is that we pick up on the things that students do a lot better than students think we do.
Aw, doggies.
You're gonna want to stay away from those. It's not like it is in the zone. These are wild.
So we do notice when you're pretending to like be active and you're not, and you're on your phone or on your Facebook or whatever. We do notice. Just don't say anything.
Let's do this.
This area looks surprisingly similar to Seattle in the sequel. Yeah. Okay, what are we improving here? I want a scope. Oh, I can't yet. We need more ammo. Fire, right? Ooh, armor piercing. We definitely want this. Okay, that was good.
Yeah, this is good.
What is this?
Oh, this is an ice cream truck.
An ice cream truck?
Yeah, Henry told me about these. They sell ice cream out of the truck.
What? No way. Joel?
That's true. This thing would drive around and play real loud, creepy music, and kids would come running out to buy ice cream.
You're totally fucking with me.
Serious.
Man, you lived in a strange time.
Told you so.
Loot. I mean, not just like a boomer, right? Like, so many things that I grew up with are considered arcane stuff by now. Like, I remember cassettes, I remember Walkmans, rotary phones. Like, it really hit me hard when there was this, like, they unboxed a rotary phone and they showed it to some Zoomers, and it's like, how do you operate this phone? And they tried to press the buttons in the rotary. It was depressing. Kara, you're the adult while I'm gone. Take care of your brother. This is not, yeah, this is not, nothing to do with Ish. Is the implication that Ish is the clicker that we find in the beginning where where the plank is? That's Ish? That's his fate? Professor Trakis, don't tell me these things. Technology is adopted quite slowly in Japan. Really? It doesn't. That's not the reputation. Fax machines. I was so surprised when I went to the US in 2013 and I had to pay my rent through check. Like, who uses checks? Okay, let's see what's upstairs and then we can continue. Americans apparently. Yeah, it's like it was so weird to me to pay by check. There's one thing in the UK that really surprises me. It's just how like you go to like the little red box for the mail and you just drop your letter there and you just trust that it'll arrive. And like my Peruvian self just doesn't understand that. I need a receipt. I need to have something that says you didn't deliver my letter in time. There you go, Ish. One open door. Oh, so Ish wasn't there. Okay, good. Um, that's all it took. One of us forgot to close a door, and a horde of those monsters entered our camp. We shut them in there and wrote a warning on the other side, on the outside. Susan and a couple of the kids are with me. As far as I know, we're the only survivors. I had to hold Susan so she wouldn't run back in there, go back for the bodies. It's just too dangerous. She lost her children, oh my god, and I have no clue what to say to her. Every part of my being just wants to give up. It'd be so easy to surrender to this world. I can't do that though. I have too much faith in humanity. I've seen that we're still capable of good. We can make it. I have to stay strong for her, Ish. See, I think humanity sucks. Individual people are good, but humanity as a whole sucks. Someone said something, hold on, in the chat. In Japan, you buy CV forms that you need to fill by hand. Oh my god.
I bet Elliot liked this.
Yay. Was it already here? Oh, a safe. Okay, group activity. Find the safe number. Well, applying to jobs in academia sucks, so... Sam asked you for like a 5-year plan. 8/21/36. Let me write that down because I suck at this. 8/21/30. Oh, but I think that's in the second, like where you actually need to write the combination down. Oh, arrows. Good. Yeah, okay, cool. Nice. So a cool explanation for the facts thing. Since they think a thing acquires a soul after being in the material world for some time, getting rid of a fax machine would be like killing someone. Is that true? Somehow that sounds like hyperbole.
Oh, check this out. Your whole thing's...
Thanks.
Hey, Sam? Be careful.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll go first.
Oh,
Damn it. All right, your turn.
okay. Just throw it.
Yeah.
Boosh! I am a natural.
Luck.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it's luck.
Yeah, that's the thing they tell tourists.
Alright, get out of here. You're getting cocky. Here we go. Fuck.
Horrible.
Alright. It's a tie.
No. You clearly got destroyed.
How did I clearly get destroyed? That's practically a tie.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, where to now? This way, right? Oh, it's a brick.
Fireflies were here.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
How are we gonna find them?
I know a guy. A brother, actually. He was a Firefly. Last I heard, he was in Wyoming. We get there, we find him, we find the Fireflies. What do you say, you in?
Sounds like a good plan, man.
Where do I go from here? I think I need to cross the house, right? This fax machine discussion is fascinating. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts. I get to shoot people with a sniper rifle.
Get out!
I will die a lot of times again, just so you know.
Did you see where it came from? Somewhere down the street. All right, now. Y'all stay here.
No.
Before you start, I need you guys to keep him busy. I'm gonna go around and see if I can't get the angle on him.
Okay. Hey. Be careful.
Yeah, thanks for the explanation. I think like I'm learning so much. So I need to keep that window blocked, so I need to focus a little bit.
I still fucking see you!
I love a good Molotov gun. Bomb.
Find him. He's got to be close. Fan out! Oh, shit!
Oh, shit. I forgot. Oh. It's difficult to headshot these assholes. No one else? Okay, cool. Oh! How did he... That sucks.
Go back to where you fucking came from! in that burnt-out building!
How do I beat this guys? These guys. Oh, he'll see me.
I know where you are!
Okay, I can hide here.
Show those cute faces again!
Nothing for you.
Where are you going?
I'm going over this way. No, asshole! He's over there!
Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? Get him, boys!
Ah, 2 headshots and he's still alive. Ah, I missed him.
Where are you going? So, get him, boys!
Oh! Okay, 1 left.
Get him, boys! Where'd you go?
I think I can get him. Yep. Okay, now we can just deal with the sniper in peace.
I know where you are.
Are there more? There are more, aren't there? I did play Shadow of Mordor, but I left my copy in Peru, and I don't have it with me anymore. But I didn't play it a lot, because I left it behind. What's your review? Oh, hi, Coco Bandicoot. First time chat. Welcome to the stream. What is my review of... So, I think the lesson of The Last of Us, if I may, is that humans are worse than zombies. Yeah, war crime. Exactly, Cheese Thief. I think humans do the most horrible things in this show, in this game, especially on the second one. So I guess that would be it. I also think that it is important to remember, as I said in the first playthrough, that zombies, at least before they become clickers, so runners and potentially also stalkers, have human rights, because the definition of death is the permanent cease of brain functions, and clickers and runners have brain functions. So they are not dead, they're sick. So you cannot just up and murder them. Even though that's what we're doing right now. Well, not right now. Yeah, the second game is the Rome statue. Yeah, more or less. They're not self-aware, but I don't think that's a requirement for you to like not have human rights. So if someone is unconscious, still has human rights. Oh, nice. Let me just kill these assholes. Ooh, in the head and didn't die. I hate when that happens. I love this part. I would play an entire game of just this.
Come on, guys.
Oh, there you are. Oh no, I failed. I missed. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, what do we do here? Uh-oh. Good aim, good aim. Come on. There you go.
Shit. Oh, that was intense.
You all right, Sam?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Thanks, Joel.
Look at this.
All right. We did it.
We should move.
All right. Sam!
Henry!
Sam, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Come on, come on!
Let's move!
Oh, they move too fast.
No.
Oh gosh, okay, we need to go.
Oh, God.
You're okay.
Still here. Anybody hurt?
No, we're good.
I think it's time we quit this place. Come on.
Let's go.
I see Hayato Cherenkov is very much worried about the orcs stuff again. And yeah, I mean, I do think orcs, zombies, the
All
other.
we wanted to do is just rent 2 Harleys
Hold
and
on.
drive cross country.
Oh, man. I could die happy if I could just ride one around the block. What was it like?
It was good. Real good.
Good. Can you believe this guy? Come on, man, give me details. Describe it.
You know what? You two deserve a little privacy.
No, Ellie. This isn't just any regular motorcycle, okay? You get on that bad boy, you feel that engine? Nothing like it.
Oh, yeah? How would you know?
Seen it in my dreams.
Okay.
I don't think anyone from my group is gonna show up.
Yeah.
Worst part about it all, explaining it to Sam.
Well, it's safe to say those two have officially bonded. What are you doing?
Taking stock of all the food we found today.
I see. And how are we doing on canned peaches?
Did Henry send you?
No? Why would Henry send me?
To make sure I'm not fucking up somehow.
I'd say we all did pretty good back there. Especially you. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy. Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone. What about you?
Those things out there. What if the people are still inside?
Yeah, I don't know about
What if
that
they're
either.
trapped in there without any control of their body? Scared of that happening to me.
Okay. First of all, we're a team now. Okay, we're gonna help each other out. And second, they might still look like people, but that person is not in there anymore.
Henry says that they've moved on. That they're with their families. Like in heaven. Do you think that's true?
I go back and forth. I mean, I'd like to believe it.
But you don't.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Is that true? Are non-speaking roles cheaper? Because that would be super discriminatory.
Oh. Well, the serious talk. I almost forgot. There. If he doesn't know about it, he can't take it away. All right. I'm pooped. I'll see you tomorrow.
So, what would you do if you became like? What would your instructions be to your loved ones if you became a zombie? Yeesh.
Damn. That smells good.
Good morning.
Where's Sam?
I let him sleep in for once.
Oh.
Well, if you want him to join us, you can go wake his ass up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what I thought. That this is a diversity thing to give opportunities to deaf actors.
Sam?
I don't mind those changes, to be honest. I think they're a good thing.
The hell? Shit, he's turning!
That's my fucking brother!
Screw it!
Shit!
Colleen? Ellie, are you all right?
Oh my god.
Sam?
Oh no.
Sam?
Oh god.
Henry? Ellie, stay there. Henry?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get that gun from you, okay? Oh, okay, easy.
This is your fault.
This is nobody's fault, Henry.
It's all your fault!
Henry! Henry, no!
Ah!
Oh my god.
I always struggle with that scene. Fall. My favorite season. Is it a war crime? That's not a war crime. It's brutal, but it's not a war crime.
County. Means we're close to Jackson City, right?
Shouldn't be more than a few miles.
You ready to see dear old brother?
I'm just ready to get there.
You nervous?
It is too
I
sad.
don't know what I'm feeling.
Oh, to shoot a child. Well, but in defense of another child, right? It was either Ellie or Sam. So how about we go up until we find Joel's brother, and then we stop, because it's going to be like 2 hours already. So let's find our brother. Brother. I said brother. I said that weird.
So much for this road.
So while I have you here,
You just follow the river. It'll lead us
can you
straight
give me
to
some
Tommy's.
feedback as to what's working and like what would you like to see more? What would you like to see less? What ideas you have for this to improve? I do want to make this like I said, like learning is something that only you guys can do. I can only teach, and I can only share. So let me know what ideas you have for this stream.
What do you mean?
You and Tommy. You're not together, so clearly something went down.
We just had a bit of a disagreement, that's all.
Ah, here we go. So what was it about?
Tommy saw the world one way, I saw it the other.
And that's why you joined the Fireflies.
Yeah, your friend Marlene promised him hope. That kept him busy for a while, but just like Tommy, he eventually quit that too.
How was it? The last time you saw him?
I believe his last words to me were, I don't ever want to see your goddamn face again.
So he's gonna help us?
I suppose we're gonna find out.
Well, sure about his help?
Let's just keep going.
Oh, by the way, we reached our follower goal of 230 followers, so thank you so much for everyone that is following the channel. I really appreciate it. Stream this Sunday? Yeah, stream this Sunday. I'm gonna try to do another one of those like Ask Me Anything rounds. I think it went well last time. And like I said at the beginning, I don't know if everyone was here, but like the ICC prosecutor requested arrest warrants, right? So the ICC pre-trial chamber, a trial chamber, is going to...
What's that?
Right there's a hydroelectric power plant.
A hydra who?
It uses the river's movement and turns it into electricity.
How does it do that?
Look, I know what it is. I don't know how it does it.
Alright. How are we getting across?
So the trial chamber is going to probably approve of these arrest warrants any day now, according to news reports. So what I'll do is let's call it an emergency stream when that happens. And I will go one by one of the issues in the in the request in the approved arrest warrants on the stream. I'll share my screen and we can read them together. So that'll happen like as an extra. And we will also probably. I was thinking about doing some sort of like now that we have the Discord account, we can have like an audio channel on Discord and discuss with subscribers, just so that subscribers have an extra, like on audio, as in instead of on chat, on audio. What is going on? Discuss with me the
Halfway. If we get the other one up, we'll make it across.
the arrest warrants. So yeah, stuff is gonna happen, and we're gonna do more stuff. That's gonna be fun. So for sure, a stream on the arrest warrants, and then possibly this Discord thing for subscribers. What else? Professor Traque says you may want to try collaborations with other streamers or with some colleagues next. Yeah, I would love to do that. I'm figuring out how to like invite friends to the to my OBS thing. I'll figure that out and I'll do it for sure. For the arrest warrants, it might be good. For sure. I'm thinking about inviting friends for that for sure. ICC arrest warrant read along. Yeah, for sure. That's another thing. Russell Tolerance says, can I have a question about the request for warrants? Why didn't Khan go for the forcible transfer as a crime against humanity or whatnot? The sweeping evacuation orders are surely prima facie and obviously illegal, no? Yeah, I think so too. I think he's going like for a little bit in the beginning. Whatever he can pin on those most responsible. Not exactly... this is not something that will be just these arrest warrants. He will expand this for sure. What soundtrack for it? I don't understand that. Hi, Altitude Triangle. You picked up the soundtrack for it. Steve says it's interesting to wonder who will get to Netanyahu first, the Israeli citizens or the ICC. Well, Netanyahu is trying to set up a sham trial for him, a sham investigation for, complementarity purposes. And of course it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna work out. But yeah, he's so unliked in Israel that it might be that he will end up to see trial at The Hague eventually. So hopefully. I hate this mechanics. It bothers me a bit that he didn't include the forcible transfer. Yeah, I mean, these are all carefully thought out decisions, so he didn't do it because he thinks he didn't do it just because. I'll say that.
Oh, give it a spin.
A soundtrack for the read-along, of course. Is that a thing? Like a soundtrack for the read-along? Like, can I just put music in the background? Is that it?
Be careful crossing that thing.
I will.
Teamwork.
24-hour bagpipes. There's a lot of political songs that I really like. We could talk about that. I like Bad Religion a lot.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
I know, I am too.
All right, next squirrel I see, I'm totally shooting it.
Let's get past this place, then we can scrounge up some
I like that song,
If
Bad
I
Boy.
starve, you're responsible. Should we head in?
Ain't no way around. Gonna have to cut through the plant.
Nice. Molotov. shift. And this bomb. So is there anyone like in academia or in like in Twitter that you guys would like to like have in the stream? I have some ideas, but it's always nice to hear suggestions. Okay, getting ready to wrap up our stream today, okay? Because this is where Tommy is. Elon Musk! Oh god. I don't know if Francesca Albanese would, like, come to my Twitch. But I do know her.
Don't even think about reaching for your weapon. Tell the girl to drop hers now.
Ellie?
Aim lower, guys.
Hey.
Please tell me you're lost.
We didn't know the place was occupied. We're just trying to make our way through.
Through to where?
They're all right.
But you know these people?
Know him. He's my goddamn brother.
Tommy.
Holy shit.
How you doing, baby brother?
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Let me look at you. You get fucking old.
Easy. It's going to happen to you, too.
This is Maria. Be nice to her. She sort of runs things around here.
Ma'am, thanks for not blowing my head off.
Would have been embarrassing, considering you're my brother-in-law.
We all gotta get wrangled up at some point.
Ellie, right?
Yeah.
What brings you through here?
So I was thinking someone that's
It's
an expert in
kind of
stuff
a
that
long
I'm not.
story.
Like, for example, I'm not an expert in procedural law.
Yeah.
That's not my thing.
You hungry?
Starving.
So, like, how many days or what's the difference between this and that pathway at the court? I don't deal with that. I don't litigate internationally.
False alarm! They're friendlies. We've been dealing with raids.
Oh, cool. What required?
It's been quiet for a few days.
What the hell are you doing here? I thought I'd find you in Jackson.
Been trying to bring the plant back to life.
We had it working before, but one of the turbines went south.
We have electricity, Joel. I had. We'll get her running again.
No way. You guys have horses.
We got a whole lot of them.
Hey, Tommy, give me a hand with this.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Can I?
Yeah, of course. He likes when you pet his ears. You ever ride one?
I actually have.
When have you ridden a horse?
Winston, this soldier back in the zone, he gave me lessons.
You know, if you want, we can take him riding later.
That'd be awesome.
There.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
No sweat. All right, let's continue the tour.
Earl?
Yeah?
Why are you here? Weren't you supposed to head back this morning?
Still waiting on Hauser and the rest of the boys to relieve me.
You know, we'll be fine. Just go home to your family.
It's just a couple more hours. I'll tough it out.
All right, look, take it easy.
They're just looking for a good time to stop. Did he get stuck? The game got stuck, didn't it? Okay.
Maria.
Hey, I'm an expert in intergalactic law.
About to start it back up. You want to come check it out?
I'd rather eat with Ellie.
It's my
I don't
turn.
know,
Love
Hector
you.
Lazolo.
I'll come with you. Go with Maria. Put some food in.
Joel?
Come on, Ellie. Let's give the boys some space. I'm sending Tommy over. Stand by.
This will be the 6th time of them trying to get the turbines back online. We've been here just a week, and it feels like forever.
Okay, guys, I think this is a good place to stop. And like, I think we're doing a good pace on the game. So, yeah, I guess in terms of like what's coming up, I will try to get someone to come to the stream on one of the Sunday streams, or maybe I'll check their agenda. I'll learn how to do it. I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but I'll figure it out. And then remember to join the Discord group. You can find the invite link on my Twitch profile. And yeah, and stay on the lookout for my next stream. It'll be whenever the ICC issues the arrest warrants. So that ought to be fun, and that ought to compensate for the fact that I wasn't here last Sunday. Oh, you guys are in an ad. You're not seeing this, so I'll wait for the ad to end, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys because it's just like 20 seconds to go. But yeah, for those of you still here. So, generally, at some point in the near future, the ICC is going to issue the arrest warrants against, Israeli authorities and Hamas the Hamas members. And so, when that happens, I will do a live stream. So that'll compensate for, missing out on last Sunday. I'm trying to do more creative things. I'll see if I can invite friends to the stream for you guys to take advantage of that. I will try to use the Discord more. Remember to join the Discord, please. And again, tell your friends about this. Let's try to continue to grow our community and keep your questions coming. Keep the conversation going on the Discord. Again, really happy with how this community is growing. We're at 230 followers now. So this is really exciting. And yeah, sorry, Cheese Steve, last question. What's your opinion on the Israeli hostages who got killed? Well, I think killing hostages is a war crime. Simple as that. Taking hostages is a war crime. And so it's part of the things that needs to be addressed by the ICC. So no, of course, it's illegal, it's a war crime, it's immoral, and honestly, I don't think war crimes advance the cause of Palestinian liberation. That's all I say. We can go into more detail on this on Sunday, and we can go into more detail in the Discord channel. Again, thank you so much for giving me 2 hours of your time on a Wednesday, and I'll see you on Sunday and whenever the arrest warrants come out, which should be soon. Stay tuned. Look for the schedule in my Twitch channel. Follow, subscribe, and thank you so much for your time. I'll see you soon. Bye.